Yikes. Do you think they still love us after this? Copied Invoke. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. We're in Mythic rank, playing Alchemy Best of 1 with a new Grixis Invoke deck / Grixis Magecraft. Grixis tokens or artifacts. Really can call it whatever you want. Today's video, we'll break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies. We'll showcase this within Mythic rank gameplay footage against the best decks and players in the world, and then we'll wrap up with our final thoughts. Make sure to like the video, show your support, subscribe to the channel, and become a YouTube member today. Let's take a look at the deck. Alright, Grixis Invoke. That's what I want to call it, and I know there's only 2 copies of Invoke Despair in the build, but it is such a powerful card that that's really all you'll need. This is a 60 card Alchemy Best of 1 with a 3.1 average mana value. We have only 4 creatures to our 34 non-creatures and 22 land, and throughout today's gameplay footage, I must draw 15-16 lands, and which is incredible as there's only 22 in deck. Woof. The shuffler is totally fine. The build revolves around artifacts being utilized as mana through Galazeth Prismari. This will allow us to cast the mana-intensive Invoke Despair, as it requires 4 black sources of mana, but fortunately enough for us, the ability through Galazeth will allow our artifacts to tap for any mana of color, which is absolutely fantastic. 3-color deck utilizing Invoke is very rare, so it's nice to see that we have such easy access to it within the build. Making artifacts through treasures and blood tokens, Prismari Command will do this, Vampire's Kiss will do this, Deadly Dispute will do this, and of course, Galazeth will make a treasure when he enters play as well organically, which is quite nice. We can drain our opponents primarily as a source of damage through the deck. Of course, Galazeth can attack as the 3/4 with flying, but then there's things like the Vampire's Kiss. Target player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, creating 2 blood tokens. So again, dealing that damage to our opponents, creating artifacts for Galazeth. And the fact that this creates 2 blood tokens and can cast for 2 actually makes it free if you have Galazeth in play. And then it gets better yet if we're copying it through Galvanic Iteration. And furthermore, if we have Professor Onyx in play through the Magecraft ability, whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So a few different ways to deal damage. Of course, Invoke Despair will deal 2 damage to them as well, or lose 2 life. It's a little bit different of a trigger, but nonetheless, equally as powerful. Prismari Command dealing 2 damage to any target as well. So a few different ways to be dealing damage to our opponent throughout the deck. We have some removal via Infernal Grasp. This will actually deal 2 damage to us. Blood on the Snow, cleaning up the field, destroy all creatures or planeswalkers, bring something back equal to the amount of snowlands in deck, which, you know, is the Galazeth. It's the Professor Onyx. Galazeth's ETB will re-trigger, so the nice thing is, you know, same thing with Invoke, you're spending the treasures, the blood tokens, casting Blood on the Snow, you wipe your own Galazeth, but you clean their side of the field, and then boom, here's my Galazeth again. I still now have access to all of those artifacts for mana, which is quite nice. More removal through Shatterskull Smashing. Getting into their hand with Undercity Plunder. Target opponent discards a card, then if they choose not to discard a second, you can actually conjure a duplicate card of random from their deck, which is nice, whether it's the land, a creature, removal, really anything is just value. But we really like if they double discard, and again, this is copyable through Galvanic Iteration. Primarily, our main goal is to copy our Invoke Despair, though, however, with the iteration. That's really the entire deck. Make treasures, utilize those treasures to cast a ton of damage to your opponent. It all really synergizes together quite nicely. The shuffler was not cooperating, but we still have some fantastic gameplay footage for you guys today. And then when we wrap up with our review of the deck, I have a few ideas of how we can actually make this a tier 1 competitive build, because I think we are very, very close, as you'll see within today's gameplay footage. With that being said, I'd like all of you to keep an open eye out as well, and if you see anything that could be improved, adjusted, definitely let us, the community, know in the comments down below. We really would appreciate that. Thank you all so much for your time, your attention. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and become a YouTube member today. Enjoy today's gameplay. Going first, hand is lacking land, but we can get there. The pilot. Ooh. We about to get learnt, son. It says Ward 2 as a 1-drop. That's fantastic. Want to buy Cinderclasm? Let's pass turn. Discard 2 for the draft. Which I don't know if that's actually good. Born to Drive is a fantastic card. Really, really good card. This is not bad either. Take the damage. They draw. Galzeth out, make the treasure. Most likely getting removed, but I think we actually are okay. This doesn't seem to be a problem. Scry. And then to the bottom. No, it's to the top. They liked what they seen there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yikes. Do you think they still love us after this? Copied Invoke. Eee. Losing the token, losing the wedding announcement. We get the draw. Losing the pilot, the double draw, land out, Infernal Grasp active, we hit for 3, down to 9, ending turn. Mobilizer mech, that's fine. Grease Fang, which we just immediately dunk on. But they can Mind Link mech it, which is really good as well, right? So this will still activate. And they have the Surge Hacker. Oh, did it not get the ability? Hashtag my bad. Why not, though, right? It's not lethal with a copied command. This is basically free. And then it is lethal this way for a full-on dunkage. And look at the treasures that we still have active. Woo! Let's just take a moment to appreciate what we've seen. It's a top 250 player with a fantastic looking deck. Like, kudos to you for being so highly ranked with an original deck. And then Galazeth with the Invoke Despair that gets copied doing the dirty. We love to see it. Opponent going first. I don't super care for the land. There's no blue source. But the plunder's nice. Not good enough, though. Just stop it. Should have kept the first hand. Ouch. There's blue land in the deck, right? Get crabbed. Oh, 2 Evolving Wilds. Chances are they won't have the 3rd and 4th that means, though. That gives me shivers down my spine, you know what I mean? Just like, ooh. Stop. Look at all those lands off the top. Shuffler's fine. We still don't have a blue source, though. And they took it from us. That was the first card they milled. Wow. Alright, so we're just gonna get milled out here. That's become apparent already. Goodness gracious. Alright, alright, alright. So much mill. Do 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 do. I'm gonna sneak this in right now. Unconventional, I know. Oh, we didn't get it. We're looking for a blue source. Trying to sneak it in. Are you kidding? Deadly Dispute the Blood token. We have 27 cards left. I don't like they're gonna start playing Tasha and stuff. Down 24. You know what I mean? And then this just wins the game. If that is a dual strike. Counterspell basically will beat us here as well. I think we're already milled out, we just don't know it. Ouch. Nice. They must be worried about a counterspell. They should have milled us by now. They're just gonna do it single-handedly with one crab. Oof. You've seen the deck soar, and now you've seen it crash. Good game. You wish you could cast it. We're out of here. This blue land is seriously avoiding us. Thank you. Thank you. I actually kind of like this. This does not seem bad at all. Good hand. Good hand, good hand, good hand. Let's get our plunder on. Big time plundering. Double discard. It's early on in game, you can afford it. Right, there's a draw spell. There's Unos. They give us the land, which we can actually use. It's a snow land as well, right? That's good value for us. Could have been a Loth, but whatever, man. It's fine, it's fine. Zombie deck, fantastic. Looking to Galvanic that second plunder. Ooh. Do we Galvanic the plunder, or do we Galvanic our own dispute? I'm almost thinking dispute. Just because I don't want to run out of cards. I don't really care about their cards. I suppose we could have waited to do this at instant speed, but... So many lands. I don't get it. It's not like we're running 30 lands. Very confusing. That's most likely a counterspell. Ouch. Guess we should have double discarded them. I mean, we can pull it with a smashing fairly easy, I feel like. Right, this should be... an easy counter for them. And then we can progress with the Galazeth. It's only 3 damage, we don't really mind that much. They take it. They're gonna make the token. Cannot block, and has decay. I don't know, maybe it can block. It should say on the side that it can't block, but that's what the shield with a line through it means, is unable to block. Nice, okay. It has decay. It'll kill itself. I'll just take the 2 damage anyways, right? It doesn't change anything. That is 6 damage this turn, though. Sorry, 8, actually. 8 damage. Woof. They're tapped out. Dragon power, go! Past turn, a little low on life. Little low on life. It's another Invoke, I'm gonna freak out. That physically hurts me. Ouch. What a good card. What a good card. Wow. I don't know what's up with all these lands. I guess we've played things. It just seems like a lot every time. I don't know, man. I have no problem drawing lands typically. It's fairly rare for me to flood. Professor Onyx off the top or bust. Still not great. Good game. Pretty brutal on these land draws. Going first with only 2 land, which means surely we'll win the game because we'll curve into 4, 5, 6, 7 easily. Looking for a red source. Removal is open at least. Get out of town. Get out of town. I don't know. Let's draw land here, hopefully, from them. Someone's got to have a land. Maybe we drew all of our lands last game, is why. It's like, you know, one or the other. You don't get them both. Ooh! That is a good card, if we had the land. Alright. Ishin, that is a good card. Get wrecked. It's the right land as well. It's not just a land, it's the right land.
Now, we must protect the people.
Snag the Emperor, make a treasure. They're left with a 2/2. That's totally fine. Regiment's alright. This is a 3/3 now. It already has Vigilance, so it untapping itself is irrelevant. Galazeth out. Make the treasure. Pass our turn. The Wanderer is not really going to be able to deal with this. And they are starting to play some mid-range cards with particularly high value. We need a Despair. It's as easy as that, right? Well, this is actually fine. I like the gain life. But I don't want to rely on the draw. Let's take out the Swarmerai. That's how it feels. Okay. I think that's fine. That's like pretty good value. Don't think they have haste. Let's hit. We've played a land for the turn, so we can dispute the tapped treasure if we need. Might also just save it and Galvanic it. That would be good. The Rabbit Battery. Ooh, that's a card. Luckily, they don't have a 2-drop on top for the showdown. We're going to need to exile that next turn. Oh, it untaps. So I have to do it on the stack next turn. Which means we want to do this now. The life gain's never bad. Just kind of helps us out a bit. Think we're safe with the Emperor, but really risking it for the biscuit here. Any vigilance and we're screwed. This isn't a warrior, but they could equip it. Right? It's not a samurai or a warrior. I think they're going to equip the battery to the Storm's Edge. No. Good move. Play their Wanderer.
I'm home.
Ooh, this sucks. Because they can still equip that battery.
This is what you get for
And this already triggered. This is very bad news. We dance around it a little bit, but yikes. And they have a cave dragon as well, which is not good. Hopefully they kill the Emperor, though. Thank you. Thank you! Gives us a bit of wiggle room here. I guess we actually should have blocked. Kept the Wanderer up. It's hard to say, though.
Try not to miss.
We need like another Blood on the Snow. Oh, that's really good. 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 One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the one won't bring back anything. This one will. And now here lies the question. What do you want to bring back, bud? What do you want to bring back, bub? We're gonna blood again, so I think it's honestly the Emperor. And we're gonna get hit for 3. So we want to go to 4. And then hopefully they play this mascot exhibition and we can wipe again. No, they're just gonna hit. Kill the Emperor. Ooh. Maybe even just kill us. Right? Yikes. Awkward spot for sure. Trying our best, but getting like fairly boxed out here. I like it though. It's a deck that, you know, we've not seen a lot of, so give it to me with both barrels, baby. This freaking land, and I made the joke at the start of this match. It's like, oh look, 2 land, we're gonna curve into 7. And well, here we are, folks. Here we are. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. It just doesn't win us the game. I don't know. Actually, cancel. I don't know. More land. Fantastic. This is my life. This is my life. Wow. Nice. Another day in the life. How many lands would you like? 15? 20? I'll mention in today's video, we're only running 22 lands the whole time. 22 lands in this deck. There is not an issue with that. It's like, how many lands would you like, sir? Oh, all of them? Here they are. On the house. 3 lands is absolutely terrifying here. Yikes. It probably equates to like all 22 of them. Looking for a blue source. Very much so. Expressive Iteration, a fantastic card. One that we could consider running in the deck. We should trim those 2 words. Consider. Could consider is now could-sitter. Just saving you time. Alright, let's get in with a little smoochy dooch. Yep. I guess we discard and draw, right? Like, let's toss the command. You would, wouldn't you? You would. Watch them mill our blue land right off the top. Could have been worse. Looking for a blue source. When you start talking to your computer, that's not it. I'll do it myself. Deadly Dispute makes the treasure, can act as our blue source. Ouch. Get rid of the mill if we can. I'm sure there's a counterspell. I'm sure there's a Fading Hope or something to protect it. The Fading Hope is nice because we actually don't lose life. Kind of fizzles off the stack. See you later, because there's no target when it resolves, right? Rune Crab in play. Mill, mill, mill. At least it wasn't an island. Those counterspells, are they dual strikes? Feel like they're counterspells. Maybe they mill us out here. Nice. Watch it be an Evolving Wild, too. On a 33 after this. Yikes. That's unpleasant, isn't it? Here it comes. People are getting so lucky. You can't just pull off a double strike into a Tasha. Like, that doesn't fly in regular gameplay. Ooh, that one hit us hard. This one kills us. Terrible streak here. That's what happens, you guys. Going first. Mulliganing, looking for the right land. We finally find it. That's fantastic. Deadly Dispute can go. There's no targets for it. Anyways. Turn 2 Plunder. They give us something and we can play that. Working into Blood on the Snow. That's a nice turn 3. We don't even really need to grab something of theirs, but I'll allow it. There's a good chance this is a Reanimator deck and they like the discard. They're like, yeah. Shambling Ghast is the first one. Then we get a draw of a land. Not bad. It's a snow source. That's fantastic. Innkeeper out for the treasure. Nice ramp. We slay it. Two damage treasure. Working into Professor Onyx. 2 black sources for the snow. Command can clean up the field, make another treasure. Oh! I'm glad the cancel was there. We misclicked. We misclicked, but we get it through here. Hit for 1. Land out, Onyx out. We can Blood on the Snow to bring her back shortly. She's gonna take the draw. Yeah. It's as easy as that. Again, we need a few more black sources, but it's gonna come in handy eventually. Ooh.
My motivation's withered.
There she goes. Hit for 2, that's fine. Right, it's not a lot of damage. Galvanic the token, replaces itself, and actually makes another with the draw 4. Nice. Our double black source, which we needed, past turn. And then we can clean up the field, bring out Professor, and then invoke on top of Professor Onyx, which is like, stop it. Really BM play. Sacrifice for the draw. Hopefully they play something of high value. I would hate to blood on a Shambling Ghast. Maybe we'll just Galvanic the Vampire's Kiss. One, two, three, four, five. I guess we could just Galvanic Invoke. But I would love to do that on top of Onyx. We should go for it, right? Slay the creatures. Professor is a go. Let's grab the goods. Oh, definitely Vampire Kiss. Don't even tempt me.
I have impeccable study habits.
I don't want to spend the treasures. I don't want to spend the treasures. Not without Galazeth. You dog. Back-to-back bindings. I like it.
Fine. I'm taking the day off.
Another Ghast. Old school. Okay. Couple cool cards here. Let's start to empty our hand. Where's Galazeth? It's nice that we won without it, I suppose.
Liliana Vess? Sorry, haven't heard that name before.
I mean, at a certain point.
Come on, there's gotta be something useful. Ugh.
Down to 6. Vampire's Kiss can just go nuts. Right, where is Galazeth? We've been through half our deck. There's 4 copies of Galazeth. Can't find it. All 4 copies on the bottom. On the bottom. Luckily, that does not have haste. There you are. But you're not an Invoke Despair, Galazeth. Dang it, Galazeth! Invoke Despair will draw Galazeth. Oh no, it doesn't. It goes to the green. This will though. This will though. So bring Galazeth out. Yes. Yes. And then the Invoke. For lethal. Right? And plenty more. Plenty more to go here. Holy Toledos. Okay, so the first variant of this deck was nearly undefeated. The second variant, in which, you know, we changed things up a little bit, was struggling. Now, is this due to the deck? Is it a trash deck? Well, from a glance, maybe it's not great. However, if, you know, you watch the matches, you paid attention, you see the potential for it. It is sky high. How can we make it more consistent? Well, I have a few ideas. The first and foremost is that we remove the Snowland. We get rid of Blood on the Snow. I know it's a great card. We get rid of all of the Snowlands, and we utilize Pathways, right? We utilize the dual lands that don't always come in tapped. This will allow us to stay on curve more effectively. We still keep Professor Onyx in play. Maybe we add some Learn. Maybe we just add more copies of Professor to play organically. The Learn to grab her back from the grave, right? A third copy of Invoke may also be added if we do this. And then potentially a different form of field control in lieu of Blood on the Snow. Whether this be Meat Hook Massacre, aka the Cheat Hook, which would not be bad. It's not an instant or sorcery, so we can't supercast with Galazeth. However, there are other things that we could utilize, and potentially we ignore the field wipe entirely and focus more on single target removal, because we have the March of this. I want to call it the March of Despair, but it's not that. But the two marches, assuredly the March of Wretched Sorrow would be a fantastic addition, giving us that life gain, which offsets Infernal Grasp, offsets any aggro-based damage. And then, this is just like nuking anything. So I think that's where I would like to see it go in the future. That's my idea. Drop the Snowlands, drop Blood on the Snow, add some more early curve shenanigans on 3, on 4, while we get into our finale on 5, on 7, through an Invoke or a copied Invoke. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're all having an absolute magical day. Before we wrap up, I gotta show you guys something. I gotta show you something cool. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a magical experience and a day. Shout out to Ben Q as well for the magical addition to my rig. This is something I've never seen before. I guess you could just call it a light bar, because that's basically what it is. And it actually shines at your monitor, not at you. And as a streamer, that's weird. All these lights are just blinding you 24/7, which is brutal. And actually takes a relative toll on your eyes as the years go by, just staring at all these bright lights. And this supposedly is going to help us out with that. I've only been using it for a few days, so we're going to do a little bit of a review on it as we go throughout the weeks. But it's got some sensors on top, so it kind of like looks at your environment's light and then will adjust itself accordingly, which is really nice. It just fits right on top of my monitor and shoots at it. First thing that I noticed right out of the box is it will 100% force you to clean your entire desk space, most notably your monitor, because every piece of dust, every smudge becomes extremely noticeable. So that's great. I've got a very clean environment now, thanks to the light pointing everything out. But once it was set up, I did notice that I enjoyed it most in the evenings, late at night, so I don't actually have to have other lights on. I can work on my computer without straining my eyes and not be in a super lit environment, which is super nice. So we're going to continue to try this out, see what we think of it. I tried to sucker them in to sending me another monitor, but they said we'll wait and see, right? So if you guys are interested in a light bar, I think they're fairly cheap. You can check them out. Maybe if you're working long hours as well. I don't know, but massive shout out to Ben Q. That's like a real company, right? So super excited to have someone of that stature reach out. And again, really enjoying this, especially at night so far. So check it out. Links in the description below. Cheers. Have a magical day, and we'll see you soon in the next